Hey everyone, glad to see you back to my channel. My name is Amit and once again I am back with another watercolor demonstration this week. Today's video will be about painting light and shadows in watercolor. So watch till the end to understand the process that I follow to paint light and shadows in watercolor. Let's get started. This is one of my favorite paintings, and the best part I love in this painting is the light and shadow effect that I was able to establish. Although there are many elements or many other things to talk in this painting, but I would like to take your attention only on the light and shadow part, specifically in this artwork or in this demonstration. And I believe that practicing light and shadow in watercolor is one great way of practicing the conventional watercolor method as well. You know what I'm talking about is the conventional method of watercolor which we generally follow by painting the light to dark. So eventually you will notice me painting the light first and then all those shadow shapes and then the small details which are eventually under the darkest shadows. Now when I was a beginner some 8 to 10 years back, I used to think that the color of the shadows are always black in nature or some of the dark grey colors, that's all. But is it always true? The answer is no. And I found this answer by practicing watercolors for so many years. The color of the shadows will vary a lot. It will have its warm tone, it will have its cool tone. So the idea is to maintain or to balance the warm or the cooler version of it and slightly darker version of the object's base color. And that's how we usually put the impression of shadows in the painting, and by painting the shadows eventually we bring up the light in our painting. If you are very keen observant here, you might have already noticed that I have painted my lights all around wherever I required to paint, and you are noticing that how I am balancing the shadow colors by maintaining its temperature from cool to warm, or in the other way by putting up little warm colors as well as balancing them with the cool colors so that overall temperature is balanced and it will be very pleasant to the viewer's eye as well. One more interesting part about painting the shadows is the shadows basically define the shape of the objects as well. You are noticing in this painting, when I am painting the shadows, I am very mindful about the shapes, and those shapes are basically responsible to define my perspective as well. This is very important and very interesting thing you should always keep in mind when you are painting the shadows. Here comes the detailing part. As I mentioned earlier, that after painting the shadow shapes, I will be painting all those details or the small shapes which are under the darkest shadows. That means those are the areas which are not facing the light at all. And you will be noticing once I put all those shapes or paint all those small dots or lines into this painting, it will bring the light even brighter or it will be more prominent to the viewer's eyes. All I try in this stage is just to show the impression of those small tiny objects which are under the darkest shadow part. And I'm not doing the over detailing here, just trying to catch some of the details with my best possible way, like those texture in the walls or some other small details, some details on those rocks which are in the darkest areas. And those detailing basically will give your painting the completeness. Thanks for watching. I hope you got some value out of it. Let me know your feedback in the comment box. And if you're new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe so that you stay connected with me and enjoy the art with me. See you in the next video in next week. Till then, bye bye.